martial arts. It's the art of combat. Every region, people practice martial arts. Every region have their own names and styles to it. There's Taekwondo in Korea. There's Kung Fu in China. There's Karate in Japan. Martial arts is known for the discipline and the knowledge that you should not use the art for a resolve in any conflict. And then there's Eskrima. I know. The intro is quite sarcastic, but Eskrimadors have grown since like the 50s and 60s with their death duels to the death. What the fuck? So, what are Eskrimadors? Well, they practice Eskrima. If you don't already caught that. Well, Eskrima is the Filipino martial art born from our ancestors. Originally, they used swords and shields, which was proven quite effective since they pushed off an invasion and killed Magellan and all. And then they came back with an even bigger force, conquered us, forced Catholicism, treated us like slaves, then the priests raping women, yada 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 yada. Since the practice of Eskrima has been banned, they trained in secret with sticks and bolos and knives, which was, for civilians, it was readily available, which that contributed to the modern Eskrima you see today. And then I stumbled upon this documentary, Eskrimadors, and I fucking love it.
Hip hop is a way of life, a way of thinking.
I absolutely love this documentary film. It shouldn't be even called a documentary in the first place, in my opinion, because there's a fully fledged anime baked into the documentary. How do you even do this? There's a fucking anime. The film follows an A plot, B plot system. Pretty much like Phineas and Ferb with Doofenshmirtz and Perry. There are two stories to the film. There's the documentary itself and the B plot. So the B plot, let me just look at my notes here, is the story of an Eskrima master and his grandchild, I presume, passing down the art of Eskrima, and the grandchild avenging his grandfather. If you don't think that's anime as hell, I don't know what is. The B plot is presented to us in an episodic form. Technically, because the B plot is used as a transitional tool for the documentary itself, which kudos to the creators. It's very, very smart of you, adding effort to a transition. And you can already tell from that alone that they put passion in the film. And like, they actually used real cinematography things. I'm looking at you. It's modern Filipino cinema. True, not all Filipino modern cinema is trash, but god damn, so many trashy cliche films that have pushed me away from the mainstream film industry. The indie films and like documentaries such as this one is considered gems for me. I absolutely love how the film presents itself. It takes itself seriously, but it's somehow epic, which is pretty hard for a filmmaker to do. Like, seriously. Let's compare it to an existing title. The show Ang Probinsyano the actual TV show, not the movie. I actually like the movie, while taking itself seriously with serious contemporary issues like police brutality, corruptness, drugs, yada yada yada. It just fucks up the mood because the logical inconsistencies is so bad. There's this one scene that the main character, Cardo, he was looking in front of him and just shoots out the back. How do you even do that? Do you have like eyes on the back of your head or something? Feeling how massively rushed every episode feels like it just pushed me away from the show. Like, it's running in 6 years now. How is it doing this? Here's how they're doing this. They operate in a mentality that if this makes us money, we're still gonna keep doing it, which is kind of sucks. It taints the integrity of film itself. Eskrimador is a far cry from TV's Provinciano. I like this film a lot compared to it. Even the intro is amazing. It opens with 3 people waiting under the tree, and then the bad guy is holding arms, comes in marching forward. The old guy stands up and stops the younger dude from fighting. The older guy took up the arnis, and both of them signed a contract. It's an agreement for the winner and the losers. For example, land. Or it's just a waiver. Anything goes. Mentioned in the earlier in the video, the death duels are real. This forbidden art of Eskrima is called juego todo, meaning literally anything goes. I think that's the contract they signed, really, not really a signing of land, because you see, come on. I believe he's a grandmaster because later in the film, you'll see him teaching 2 people. Like, its silence and open-endedness leaves all the details to the imagination, which, like, for me, in my opinion, like, that kind of makes or breaks a film. And this film made it. After that, title screen is epic. The intro has its purpose, like the story of the intro. It's used as a transitional tool and fixes the pacing of the documentary. Once you get invested into the story of the intro, which you will after it's presented, when you wonder throughout the documentary what happened to the old guy and the younger dude, and then they introduce it episodically as a transition. Like, kudos to them. Even the flashbacks when explaining the founders of modern Eskrima is amazing in regards to cinematography. An example, I gave names to this flashback. For example, is the silent duel. One of my favorites. It was dark. It was silent. 2 silhouettes of people emerge. Bystanders didn't move an inch since they understood. It was a duel. If you stop them, they'll just get in the way and get hurt. All you hear is the clashing of their knees in the scene and the guy telling the story, which emphasizes the gentleman's agreement of the duel. And it's very, very, very well done. Another example is the assault of 4 daggers, where this past Grandmaster was assaulted when he chased a guy for stealing food in their area. It was chaotic. You hear screams, people running in front of the camera. You can barely see the fight. Not only the cinematography aspect of the film is great, you can already tell this is a passion project. Not only the cinematography aspect of the film, but you can already tell from this is a passion project. The one's passionate about Arnis, the one's passionate about dagger fights, the most passionate about Eskrima. The amount of effort put into the B plot's last transition and the flashbacks. I think they're a combination of good cinematography, great plot, and passion, which is what makes great film. In conclusion, the documentary is a great film. Eskrima is a deadly art, and the film is highly recommended. If you're a filmmaker, if you're just a film critique, fan of Eskrima, or curious about it, or hell, if you just like epic films, this is one of the top tier documentaries I've watched in my opinion, and you should really watch it. This is me, Nico, signing out. What the fuck is that outro? Not only the cinematography app, jeez. Okay. Not only the cinematography. Not only the cinematography.